Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We are back doing another Rivals of Ixalan Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Hadana's Climb is the rare in here. I actually like this card a lot. I think it's good. So, we'll probably take the Climb. Works well with Merfolk as well, which is nice. You can splash for it too. I've done that. It's fine. So I'll probably just take that. I like the Seer, the Tuscadon, Divine Verdict, the Zealot, Luminous Bond. Quite a few good picks in here. It'd be nice if we could wheel the Herald. That would show that Merfolk is open, because there's a lot of other good archetype cards in here. But let's take our Hadana's Climb. All right. So the follow-up pick. Well, the best card in here, I guess, is probably Luminous Bond. So we might just take that. Otherwise, not a whole lot else in here that I think is really good. So I guess the Firebrand and the Rig Hauler are playable. Dreadmaw's playable. And Jungle Creeper, if you're in black-green, is certainly playable too. I like Sea Legs. Let's take the Bonds. Okay. So best card here. Best card here is probably the Zealot or Recover. There's a Sailor of Means and Spirewinder in blue. I think the Zealot's quite a bit better than the Sailor, being cheaper and drawing a card rather than just ramping. 1/4 body is pretty relevant though. So, I mean, taking Sailor of Means, I guess, would allow me to splash for either the Climb or a Luminous Bond, or maybe both. Some sort of pirate treasure deck. Taking the Zealot kind of narrows me down to either vampires or something weird. But I do like Zealot quite a bit more than Sailor of Means. Maybe you just take the Sailor. I mean, considering how many colors we have, they're fairly close. I like Zealot more, but if I take Sailor here, it might mean I can do some more interesting things. Well, now we're just getting another Zealot. It's like I feel like I'm getting pushed into it here. There's another Recover in here as well. All right, I'll take the Zealot. So now we have Traveler's Amulet, Recover, Hunt the Weak. It's a 5th pick Hunt the Weak. It could be a good sign for green potentially. It's probably the best card remaining in here. So now we have quite a few good cards actually. The Pioneer, the Jungle Creeper, let's sort by color. So we have 2 green, 2 blue, and then a black and a white. I'm fine taking the Pioneer. I think this card is pretty excellent. Taking over the Creeper is fine too. And taking it over a second Sailor of Means is probably okay as well. Yeah, we'll take the Pioneer. So here, can take the Spirewinder. Could take the Merfolk now. Can never really have enough 2-drops. Certainly wasn't getting a great feeling about Merfolk, but it could be that just not a lot were open, because getting a 6th pick Pioneer could be a sign, actually. I mean, this maybe it was a super deep pack, but Pioneer is certainly better than 6th pick in my mind. Here we can take a Crashing Tide. And that's also, I would say, the strongest card remaining in here by quite a bit. So that's pretty good. Got the Herald back. That's kind of what we were hoping for. All right, you know what? I'm going to try and pull the trigger on a Merfolk deck if I can. I got enough indications from that pack that I can or should be able to move into a Merfolk deck. Hunt the Weak, not my favorite Merfolk card, admittedly, but could still work. I'll set these two over here still a chance they find a way into the deck, but otherwise I guess we only have 6 playable Merfolk cards at the moment, and Hunt the Week, I kind of hesitate to say playable in Merfolk. Crafty Cut Purse versus Sworn Guardian. Sworn Guardian can totally be good if we end up with like a ton of Jade Bears or something, or Mistbinders, but I admit, besides the Hadana's Climb, our deck is kind of desperate for some more Merfolk, an actual bomb. Take the Armasar, continue to cut green. Naturalize is certainly a good sideboard card to have. More green is good. I'll take the Aggressive Urge over the Frillback. Another Naturalize. Well, I feel like green is there. So if we can at least get some green Merfolk, we should be happy, but I'm not sure about the blue yet. Well, Tindershoot Dryad is pretty unfair in almost every situation. I've splashed for it and been very happy. It's won me games on the splash, so yeah, Tindershoot Dryad is certainly the pick. There's Swift Warden in here and Pioneer. Be nice to wheel one of those, but if we don't, I'm certainly not unhappy about getting a Tindershoot Dryad. So we can take the Jade Bearer here. Not a particularly exciting Merfolk, but one that is fairly important for the deck if we can just hogpile in with a ton of Merfolk. It's good with Mistcloaked Herald as well. And there's really not much else in this pack we even want, so I guess we could take a negate for sideboard. I'm pretty confident we'll wheel that. Should be able to. So now there's another Crashing Tide, or we could take the Mistcloaked Herald. Current removal is a Hunt the Week and a Crashing Tide. I might just take the second one, hope to wheel Mistcloaked Herald yet again. Bounce Draw is pretty good. Admiral's Order. Ooh, potentially a counterspell. Better than, I guess, if it's 1 and 2. Really not that great of a card. Guess we could take a third Crashing Tide, or we can take the Expel, but I would say Crashing Tide's better. We want to draw cards. Probably, hopefully, get the Sworn Guardian back. We can play non-Merfolk if we have to, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter now. We only have one actual Merfolk synergy card. I guess the Crashing Tides are Merfolk synergy cards too, but Jade Bear is fairly unplayable outside of, I would say unplayable outside of Merfolk, whereas Crashing Tide is totally playable outside of Merfolk. It's just a lot less good. I mean, I guess I can just keep taking Crashing Tides, but I'm going to want some actual creatures here soon. We could take the Secret for a lot more card advantage. Sailor of Means, number 2, would let us splash like a Luminous Bond or ramp to a 5-drop. Might have to play the Armasar if we don't get enough creatures, but I guess I'm still holding out hope we can get some more creatures here. Alright, Jade Bearer it is. So we'll take the Artisan now. Did not get the Herald back this time. So if I'd known I was going to pick up 2 more Crashing Tides after the one I picked up, I would have taken the Herald, but I did not realize. We'll take Hornswoggle probably over Sea Legs. Sea Legs is a lot better in the Pirate deck. I actually just legitimately like it in Pirates, but outside of it, it's a little bit more questionable. I guess Hornswoggle is kind of a whatever card too. Alright, we'll take the Negate for sideboard. Dreadmaw, maybe, in case I need it. Alongside Armasar. So that way we at least have something to do late if we need to. We'll take a second. When you got multiple Sworn Guardians, you should be a little bit concerned. I am. I know I am. I mean, we do have a Tindershoot Dryad, though, and Hadana's Climb, so those two are just game winners. Not, well, Hadana's Climb can definitely be a game winner, but Tindershoot Dryad more so. I don't know how I feel about Enter the Unknown. Doesn't seem that good. Branchwalker, though, there's a good pickup. Take that, hopefully wheel the Storm Sculptor. It's good in our deck, actually, with 2 Jade Bearers. And the Pioneer, actually, and the Artisan. So we have some good tools to use with Storm Sculptor, but we're going to take the Branchwalker and never look back. Mystic, there we go. At least in pack 3 we're getting hooked up with some good Merfolk cards to start her off. This deck is in need of cards like this. This card is fantastic. Love Vineshaper Mystic. Very, very strong. Okay, we can take the Storm Sculptor now. It does make sense for us. We have good Into the Battlefield effects now with 2 Jade Bears, Branchwalker, and a Mystic, and a Pioneer. So, and the Artisan. Yeah, pretty much Storm Sculptor is going to be a welcome addition to our deck. Certainly more than a New Horizons. Okay, Wayfinder's a nice pickup now. One with the Wind would be a good pickup too. Huh. Honestly, I probably don't need to play the Hornswoggle. I kind of want to take the Wayfinder, but One with the Wind is pretty good. We have a little bit of evasion, but not a ton. But we're short on creatures. I think we've got enough powerhouse stuff where I'm just going to take the creature. We don't need the... I mean, I would totally play the One with the Wind. I'm just saying we don't need it. I'm going to take Deep Root Warrior here. Just start to really upgrade creatures in here. It'd be nice if we didn't have to play the Sworn Guardians. That's kind of my goal. If I can get to the point where I can cut Sworn Guardians, I'm going to start feeling a lot better. Apprentice. There's another nice pickup. Alright, we're getting there. We are getting there. Perilous Voyage is really good too, but I'm going to take the Apprentice. I think we finally miss here, but I'll take a Diviner over a Raptor. Probably not going to play either one. Now, don't really need any of this. I'm just going to take the foil land for coolness. I'm not going to play a Shorekeeper. Got the Sculptor back, also a Crash the Ramparts. 2 Sculptors starts to get a little bit sketchy usually, but I actually think this deck can handle it. We've got a lot of Into the Battlefield stuff, so I'm going to take a second one. None of these cards matter. I guess I'll just take the rare. I don't really care about any of those. That's a late Bonnet Horncrest. It's definitely the best card of those remaining. So, the good news is we got a deck. Bad news is we don't even have to make any cuts. So, we basically just made our deck in the nick of time. I mean, I actually like what we have, but we missed a few common things that I think would have helped quite a bit. Like the River Herald's Boon would have... I'm always a welcome addition in my Merfolk decks, but the fact that we have Tindershoot Dryad alone makes this deck pretty exceptional. Hunt the Weak is not fantastic in here, but it may have to make it just because I don't really have much of a sideboard outside of 2 Naturalizes and a Negate. So, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. Not super color intensive. Pretty even, so we'll probably just do an 8-8 split. And call her a deck, I guess. They say 8-8 as well. So, pretty cool, I guess, Merfolk deck. Tindershoot Dryad, Hadana's Climb are good rares. And the rest sort of came together. I don't think I've had 4 Crashing Tide before, but Secrets of the Golden City is typically pretty good in decks that can spit out a lot of dudes too. I didn't get to my ultimate goal of, unfortunately, of cutting the Sworn Guardians, but that's alright. Alright, well, here you have it. We'll see you round 1.